incredible. This so perennial, do this for my.
First opened in 2002. Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Forty's the mic. Squeeze. I'm here all day. Check 31. Check 31. Behind.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Rivers, he leads to Eckler on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Williams. 30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
First down, Rivers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Mike Daniels. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Red Delta!
3rd and long for Rivers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert 3. Alert 3. On your team. 89.
Here's Rivers. Rivers is dropped. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
We got 4.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Rivers now. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Crash. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
That's how we do, D.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Now Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Rivers trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, give me a radar.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught by Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. A first down carry here for Johnson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Let's go, D. Let's go, D.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. In this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Stafford steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Eckler. And just not much to be had. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Got a man. It's his tight end, Lance Kendricks. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. We're scoreless after one.
180. Hey, ground 80. Hey, downtown. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Hey, Haywood. Let's set a tone.
Rivers on first down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Rivers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Rivers with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To the air again here, Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Rivers. Finding Green, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
To throw, Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Good shit, bro.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now it's Jackson. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check. Crunch. 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 Hey, easy. Mike's Max 40.
Rivers to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Sean Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's caught here. Amendola. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Returning, it's Benjamin. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Rivers now from the 50.
Come on.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game. There, he's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead, he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet, the little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all, and a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. This one out quickly to Amendola. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Stay 50, stay 50.
Mike 52, Mike. Hey, Delta. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. 9 yards that time.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On second down, Johnson.
Let's go. Come on. Run to the ball. We got
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Stafford. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 23. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. J.D. McKissick, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Rivers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. From the gun, Rivers. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Stafford, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Danny Amendola, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just
At their own 24-yard line.
the Charger drive about to get going.
Hey, Delta!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Check pass.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. And he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ground 80! 55!
Check the tight end. Check the tight. Check tight.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rivers is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Check. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, go orange. 44. Orange.
On 3rd down, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the 1st down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No 1st down.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return, here's Agnew. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Now Benjamin. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Hey, tight. Left. Check Mike. Watch 85. Let's go. Wait, 89.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
He's been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Don't get nervous.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Rivers. Got his man, it's Williams. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give them 15 yards on that one, and a Charger 1st down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Left right.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
Watch the pass. Kill. Shift.
A 1st down throw here for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rivers. He's airing it out for Williams. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I got you, son.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Blitz, blitz, blitz. Go, let's go.
It's a gain of 8.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
On 1st down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees, and the offensive guys are
3rd and 3.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
Amendola's got it, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
Hey, Rocket.
1st down, Los Angeles.
61, matchbox lights.
1st down, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll go again with McKissick. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. I got one.
Here's McKissick. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the win. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
That's lady. Watch 52. 52's the mic.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together.